We're at exercise 3 out of 3. This one is graphic creation and analysis, as you can see from the title. Here is your challenge. You are choosing one of 3 data sets, and they are listed according to sort of your field of study. STEM is for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Yes, I realize there's some overlap with C, which is health and medicine, but we do have some nursing majors in the class. Assignment B is for education, sociology, social work, criminal justice. Of course, you don't have to pick a data set that's based on your field of study. All data sets are different, but you're being asked to do the same thing regardless of which challenge you pick. So what is that? The data you're going to see in your challenge sets is in paragraph or description form. So your first task is to take those descriptions and make them into a very clear, understandable table. If you do this in Excel or some other database program, you then want to do some calculations for increase, decrease. What you'll find in each data set is here's what happened in year 1, here's what happened in year 10, 20, 17. And I'm simply asking you to do a plus or minus calculation. I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly in Excel. Once you've done these calculations, you want to display these increase or decreases in another graphic that is not a table. So a pie chart, a line graph, a bar graph. A lot of our materials this week go over which is the most effective graphic format for a certain data situation. So you do get to choose, but you will also be graded in part on how appropriate your choice is. Once you've created both your table and your other graphic, you're going to do a little bit of description and analysis. This is something that engineering professors often tell me, is that figures, tables, other things get dropped into lab reports and other reports without 1, appropriate captions, or 2, discussion and analysis. So this is practice for that. You're going to be using graphics in your recommendation report. You're going to be using graphics in your group report. So this isn't what you might call a one and done. You do this, you never have to worry about graphics again. No, you're going to be doing them again and again in this course to get better and better at not only creating them, but also analyzing them. So let's look at a sample data set that is not in any of your assignment challenges that I've already put into Excel, so I can walk you through how do I figure out my calculations. So let's say I'm comparing number of students, faculty, and staff in a 10-year period. And I've translated a description into here are the numbers in 1997 and here are the numbers in 2007. So how do I determine increase, decrease? I take whatever is in my most recent column, my most recent year, and in my next column, I set up a calculation. I hit the equals sign, and then I say I want to take my more recent and I want to subtract my older data. Enter. I can do the same thing. Minus equals. So over here in column D, I have the figures, I have the numbers I would need to create my figure. We lost 1,220 students, we lost 23 faculty, but we gained 187 staff. I can choose to format this again as a pie chart, a bar graph, a line graph, but I do want to think about what's the relationship between all 3 of these things. Is a pie chart appropriate in this case? Would a bar graph be better? Would a line graph be better? So I'm not trying to ask you anything super complicated, but I do want you to do some very basic calculations. If your data set gives you percentages, that works as well. And let me show you an example. So let's say instead I was looking at the percentage of sophomores, juniors, and seniors in my student body. Yes, I'm assuming there's no freshmen. Just roll with me here. I can still do the same thing. I can hit the equal sign, say my 2007% minus my 1997%, and it gives me the result as a percentage. So don't worry so much about the type of data you're dealing with. Just make sure that in your table you put the older data in the first column and then the newer data in the second column. When you do your calculations, you do newer minus older. I am going to put together a sample exercise 3 to send you so you can look at how to set up your table, how to caption your tables and your figures, because there are different rules. So stay tuned for that. I am in my office hours this week. You can always reach me via email or on Twitter. Please contact me with any questions.